Hi everyone, and this is the series where we solve data problems in both SQL and Pandas. The difficulty level is medium. Today's challenge is to find consecutive numbers. For example, we have the table logs with the ID and numbers, and if we have the same number 3 times in a row, we display the value of that number. In this table, we have 3 2s. We do not display 2 because they are not consecutive. In between, we have number 1. This is an interesting problem because in SQL, we can use the window function LEAD that allows you to look at the next rows, and we can place it as a subquery. On the other hand, with Python Pandas, we have a shift method which moves the data index up or down. Let's write the select statement in SQL. We will start with the subquery. We select a number column from table logs, and here we have to use the LEAD function twice. First, we fetch the value of the num table from the next row, therefore the number is only 1. If you remember from the previous video, all window functions have the keyword over, and the partition keyword is optional. In this case, we don't need the partition because our partition is the whole table. But we order by ID, and we call this column next number. The second LEAD function will fetch the value of the number column from 2 rows ahead. Therefore, the number is 2. And the name of this column will be after next num. Let's run this subquery just to see what it displays in order to understand what the LEAD function does. So we have the original column number, and the next number starts with the next row of the original number column. After next number, this is the second use of LEAD function, skips the first 2 rows and start with the third row, copying the rest of the values. If all 3 columns have the same number in the same row, this means we have a number that appears at least 3 times consecutively. Now we need the outer query, where we have to select the number as consecutive numbers from our subquery. The where clause here should filter to only the rows that have the same values. For example, num should be equal to next num, and it should be also equal to after next num. In order to display only unique consecutive numbers, we need the keyword distinct. Let's run the query, and we successfully solved this problem in SQL. Let's move on to Pandas. In Pandas, we can achieve this using the shift method, which moves the data index up or down. The first step we're gonna do is to sort the values. So we take the data from logs and we sort the values by ID. Then we check if the current number matches the previous one and the one before that. So we just create the condition, and we will call this condition is consecutive. To check if the number is consecutive, we will use 2 conditions separated by AND operator. The first condition, we take our new data frame and the column number, and we use the same column with the method shift. And we shift just by 1 row. So this is the same what we did with the LEAD window function. First, we looked at the LEAD function of the 1 previous row. The second condition, we compare the current number with the number of the 2 rows ago. So here we should write the number 2, which also matches what we did in SQL with the second use of LEAD window function. Since we already have our condition, we need to find or extract unique values that meet this condition. We use the function lock, and we use the condition we just created together with the column number. And we need only unique numbers. Why? Because if we have more than 3 consecutive numbers, we will have duplicates here. Therefore, we need only unique, which is the same as what we used in SQL with the distinct keyword. Let's save this into a new dataset called consecutive numbers. And we are ready to return the result. We return a Pandas data frame with the header consecutive numbers and the values, whatever we have in the consecutive numbers list. Let's run this code. And we successfully solved this problem in Python Pandas. Which syntax did you prefer for this specific problem? LEAD window function together with subquery in SQL or the shift method in Python Pandas? Let me know in the comments.